Yo guys, what's up? So today I have another video for you. Again, so I haven't really been making them consistently, but I've been trying to get my whole college schedule down, which has been going well so far. So hopefully I'll be streaming more and making more videos soon. But anyways, I really figured I had to make this video just because this is possibly the greatest poll ever to happen to any RuneScape thingy-bobber ever. Like, seriously. You guys have to go to this poll. If you have not got membership back and you want to start playing again soon, you have to get it now and have to vote in this poll. Because this is honestly an incredible poll. If you already voted in it, you're going to know why. But stick around because I want to ask you guys some questions. Then you guys can post your opinions below on the whole subject topic thingy. So anyways, this poll is about God Wars and banks. So I've already voted, so it's going to be like, you can't vote again. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Okay, my bad. And anyways, I'm going to go over these the questions. And the ones that I find, a bit controversial that I'll ask you guys below what your opinions are. So the capacity of your bank will be increased by 24. Obviously, who doesn't want that? 395 people don't want that. So you know what? Screw you guys. I'm just kidding. But obviously, this is pretty much a no-brainer. Everybody wants more bank space, and it's great that they're adding that. And a search button will be added to the bank screen. So you guys can now basically search for items in your bank, which is amazing because I don't know about you guys, but I've spent 15 minutes searching for one item only to realize that I don't have it in my bank. And you guys know how frustrating that is. So they said it would be tough to code this, but it honestly shouldn't. I can't really say anything, but I don't think it should be that bad. But they are basically gonna add it back with these amounts of with this I can't fucking talk with this much support on this question. There's no doubt that they'll bring that back. So going along with the bank, remember how many items you withdraw. So if you withdraw like 10 Renar, it'll remember that next time. Say withdraw 10 or deposit 10. So just like on RS3, EOC, regular RuneScape, whatever the hell you want to call it. A deposit all button for your inventory and deposit all for what you're wearing. So pretty much just like you guys remember it. But they're basically adding all these features. They're basically enhancing the bank since it's a bit hard to get used to it. Well, we've gotten used to it now, but with these added figures, or with the added, sorry, not figures. I'm not used to doing this. I'm sucking at this right now. But anyways, with these added features, then it'll make the bank, the whole bank thing a lot easier. So here's a big one. After you've killed another player in a single-way combat zone in the wilderness, you'll be protected from other players' attacks for 10 seconds. You will not be permitted to log out during this time. The protection will only apply to a player who gets the loot, not to any other players who helped with the kill. So this is a big one. At the moment, it's only got it's got 70% support. I was expecting a lot more on this one, but obviously for people who love rushing and PJing and stuff, they're not gonna be fans of this. But at the moment, it's got about a third or 2/3 support favor. I personally voted yes, just because I think this is needed. Because with all these new weapons coming in, and with all this new stuff coming in, rushing's become a lot more popular, and people are gonna want to do a lot more. And this 10-second thing is more than enough time to loot and get out of there as fast as possible, and it's really gonna make that wilderness a better place. So I personally voted yes for that. But make sure you guys let me know what you think of this PJ timer, because that's a big one. This one's not really that important. Makeover mercenaries such as the sailor will be given a right-click option to access their makeover options. So yeah, not really a big one, but obviously right-click is always better than go through dialogue. So here's the biggest one of all. The God Wars dungeon will be released as described in the developer blog. About 90% support on that right now. So about 9 out of every 10 people want this, so that's pretty much a no-brainer that this really needs to come back. There is that small percent of people who really just don't want the game to change again, or at all for that matter. They don't want God Wars coming in. They don't want to ruin the game. They have their reasons, but I personally voted yes for that, and I hope you guys do as well. So if the God Wars dungeon is released, the four bosses and their bodyguards will broadcast messages to all the players in the rooms to state what items have been dropped into whom. I think it's basically like a loot share, which I think is needed. And that'll really help with the kills, seeing who gets the loot and stuff. Because I know it's frustrating when I get a kill, well, at least in 07 early, like if you're at a boss and someone gets the kill and you're like, okay, whose drop was it? And the people sometimes don't like saying what drops they got, so I think that'll help a lot. And it's got decent support right now, so yeah, that was a yes for me. If the God Wars dungeon is released, the boss room will be entrances only, and altars will have a teleport option to let you exit. This is a big one too. People sort of wondering what this means. Well, basically, if you enter the Bandos room, if you enter the Sarah room, if you enter the Armadillo room, if you enter the Zami room, you can't go back out the door. The only way to get out is with a teleport tab, with the Glory, with the Ring of Dueling, or with the altar that will have the teleport option and let you exit. So you can't go back out through the door. This is to prevent, people using mule accounts to run food back and forth or something like that, or just constantly going out the room to get more food coming in there. So basically, you can't really camp there for that long. And the only way to get back in is to teleport out and go through the whole process of getting KS again, or CS, or what is it, KC again, kill count. So that's why they're putting that in. I voted yes for that. If the God Wars is released, Spiritual Wars, Rangers, and Mages should be assigned as Slayer targets very frequently. I voted no for this one just because I don't find it necessary for them to be wanting to make Dragon Boots become a pretty, non-expensive item in the beginning. I think it should be expensive at the beginning. I think people who have worked up enough money to buy them should have them. But I don't think they should be messing with the whole Slayer task thing in the beginning just to make an item become more common. So personally, I voted no for that. If the God Wars engine is released, the 4 bosses drop stacks of herbs. They should do so in banknote form. Voted yes for that. That's a pretty obvious one for me, at least. If the God Wars, this is the biggest one, one of the bigger ones. If the God Wars engine is released, the Armadillo God Sword special attack will cost 60% of your power. So instead of being able to do a double spec, for rushing or during PK fights, you can only do it once or you can do it twice every. It's gonna be shit. So basically, you're going to have to wait an extra 30 seconds for you to get another spec back. I voted yes for this just because to prevent... Again, they can make changes to it. I voted yes for it. At the moment, it's got more support for no, but this is... At the moment, it's probably going to stay at 50% because people don't want that. I voted yes for that, but that's a big one. Please post below what you guys think of that. So... If the God Wars is released, Spiritual Mages will drop a shard of Dragon material that is used to upgrade Rune Boots into Dragon Boots instead of dropping the Dragon Boots directly. So instead of Spiritual Mages dropping Dragon Boots directly, what they'll do, they'll drop shards of stuff that you can upgrade your Rune Boots. So instead of dropping the straight Dragon Boots, you'll use these pieces on your Rune Boots that you can upgrade, that will upgrade to Dragon Boots. So that's a decent idea. I was happy with it. I know Ronan was. I was in a call with him talking about all this stuff. And he was really a big fan of that, but people don't seem to be liking that one, so I don't know if that'll go through. If the God Wars engine is released, a new degradable item called the Amulet of Damned would be dropped by the Zamorak boss. If worn alongside a full barrow set, this amulet would absorb a fraction of combat damage for any hit splats over 15 hit points. See the dev blog for full details. I voted yes for this, just because, first of all, it's not going to really be affecting people in God Wars, or unless you're wearing the full set again. It's going to help with bossing, but it won't really affect anybody PKing, or because obviously you need to be wearing the full set for it really to do or be worth it, and nobody wears full barrow sets really other than DH when PKing. So it's going to be interesting to see, but I don't think it's going to go through. But if it is, I don't really have a problem with it. I don't know how much of an effect it would have for PKing. I'm assuming it would have a pretty big one, but please let me know what you guys think of that one, because that's a bigger one too. So if the God Wars is released, a magic weapon similar to Banner Sapphire will be dropped by the Zamorak bosses. See the full dev blog. I haven't really looked at that yet. I voted yes though, just because I want as many weapons as possible in the game. If the God Wars is released, an Armadillo crossbow will be dropped by the Zamorak boss. So Armadillo crossbow, I voted yes for that. Again, I want as many weapons as possible in the game just to get the PKing community thriving again. So that was almost 10-minute video. Please let me know what you guys think of these below and what you want the next video to be. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Peace.